So what do we need to know to really fully enjoy this 911 call?
Not much.
Do we need to know why she's being pulled over or anything like that?
I don't know. But they said she was drunk, so I guess...
Cops are behind her, lights going. She explains that all on. She calls...
Oh, so the cops are behind her, and she calls 911.
They're following her.
Okay.
And she calls 911.
Can you just pull over for the officer?
No, I'm not pulling over because pulling over is voluntary. Why am I going to pull over for you? I'm not doing nothing wrong. You told me there's no emergency. If there's not an emergency, $300,000.
I am not the officer.
Are you ready to pay the $300,000?
I am not the officer.
Are you ready to pay the $300,000? That's all I want to know. If you guys want to pay the $300,000, then I'll pull over for you. I will pull over for $300,000.
Can you stop it?
That is my offer.
So are you following what's going on so far?
Yeah, okay, so she's trying to strike some sort of libertarian stance or something.
Is she? I can't figure out what she's doing at all.
Pulling over is voluntary. What?
Why would they... I've been very, very drunk. I'm not talking about driving, but just very, very drunk. I've never been so drunk that I would think, you know what? I'm going to tell the cop, oh, yeah, you want me to stop? Give me $300,000.
Yeah, well, that's her opening offer. It's not unreasonable. So, yeah, she's trying to negotiate some sort of being pulled over fee. Okay. That's what I thought I was
go
hearing.
on?
Mm-hmm.
I can only start from the beginning.
Okay.
All right, that's fine.
Can you just pull over for the officer?
No, I'm not pulling over because pulling over is voluntary. Why am I going to pull over for you? I'm not doing nothing wrong. You told me there's no emergency. If there's not an emergency, $300,000.
I am not the officer.
Are you ready to pay the $300,000?
I am not the officer.
Are you ready to pay the $300,000? That's all I want to know. If you guys want to pay the $300,000, then I'll pull over for you. I will pull over for $300,000. That is my offer. I'm asking you to accept it.
Ma'am, this is
Hello?
Ma'am, this is 911. I'm not the officer, okay?
I'm not giving you the opportunity to make warnings. I'm asking you if you want to incur the $300,000 debt. Do you want to incur it or not?
Wow. No.
Yeah, that might have been her.
Wow.
Do you want to incur the $300,000 debt? No, answer the question. Do you want to incur it or not?
No.
I don't understand, ma'am. I'm not the... Oh, boy.
God, poor drunk lady has got the whole world so twisted in her head. She's got a real feeling of, I've got all the leverage here. I've got all the bargaining power.
Wow, because pulling over is voluntary. Whoa, let's start with that one there, drunkie. In what sense?
Wow.
What are you talking about? She's probably the sort of person who thinks she has the right to, in the magnited states, U.S. magnetic states, to text in the theater.
I can't. I usually.
That's hilarious.
I can usually figure out how a drunk person is thinking.
Yeah,
but I don't even know.
Years of experience.
Yeah, 3 years of experience. I'm not exactly sure what she was thinking.
Yeah, I'm not even sure exactly what she was driving at.
I know.
What in her life experience? I'm telling you, God bless her. She's one of those people who's been reading about, the checkpoints are actually unconstitutional, and the 70 miles in from the border, they're stopping people, and she's probably, I don't know, maybe seen Ben the Libertarian's videos where cops are hassling them and demanding an ID, even though they're not going to charge them with anything or whatever. And she's just kind of gotten a sense of that, maybe from a boyfriend. And so now that she's got a nice, solid 1.4 buzz on, she's thinking, now's my time.
And why would they?
Pulling over is voluntary.
And why would they pay her $300,000 to pull over?
I think she has some sort of...
No, that's my offer.
She has some sort of free...
I'm not negotiating with you. That's my number, $300,000. Are you willing to incur the cost or not?
She's got some sort of
not.
Weird Milton Freeman meets one of those free men movements. Those guys who don't have driver's licenses and they don't accept the government's regulatory powers or anything. They live off grid.
Good luck with that.
So it's like a Friedman meets Freeman attitude toward getting pulled over. So did they pay her?
Yes, that's the way it ends. They cut her a check for $300,000.
She bought a nice house.
And she bought a home.
She claims the officers were declaring a false sense of emergency. She eventually did stop when the road reached a dead end, and she's being charged with DWI.
$300,000. That's an interesting position.
Are you willing to incur the debt? Oh, my God. Can you imagine being with a woman like that?
No.
I have argued with drunk people before where their minds, something gets mixed up. They're like, they're righteous, I know I'm right, and I'm pretty smart and good at arguing, gets mixed up with something else.
Yes.
That's not connected.
Right.
And then you're just completely mystified as to what they're talking about.
And often it's entertaining for a significant length of time to jaw with them. But then when it ceases to become entertaining, it's usually precisely the moment they become angry and won't let you drop it.
Because in her mind at the time, are you willing to incur the $300,000 or not made perfectly good sense. I am really winning this argument.
That was the pivotal issue. I've got them pinned down. They're in a corner now.
Right.
I'm not going to let you, blah, blah, blah your way out of this. Are you willing to make the payment?
Look, I was on the high school debate team, and I've still got it.
Yeah.
He can't come back from this rhetorical flourish.
Boy.
Will you incur the cost or not?
If I was the 911 operator, I would have countered, like 100,000, like Pawn Stars. No, 300,000. There's no meat on the bone. We gotta process you, and you gotta sit in jail. I need to make some money here.
Yeah. Look, you gotta be fair, lady. 300K is just way, way more than we're gonna pay.
Right, to get her to agree to 100 and quarter, and then just arrest her and throw her in the drunk tank.
I understand why 911 operators aren't allowed to do that, but he really should have. Really should. 300K, what are you trying to ruin us here?
Let's be reasonable.
Look, now, if you'd shot somebody, we'd give you 300K, but you're just a simple DUI. That's like 75, 80 grand tops. I go for 200. Oh, what do you think? I'm stupid?
You shake hands.
About 100, and I got some tickets to Marine World. Will you pull over for that? God, that's funny.